Subscribe. Listen. Get better. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Subscribe. Listen. Get better. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. Study the past if you would define the future. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his actions. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. When we see persons of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see persons of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability. He is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. The superior man is satisfied and composed. The mean man is always full of distress. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. The superior man makes the difficulty to be overcome his first interest. Success only comes later. The object of the superior man is truth. Subscribe. Listen. Get better. He who will not economize will have to agonize. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. When you know a thing, to hold that you know it, and when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it. This is knowledge. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. wishes to secure the good of others has already secured his own. The superior man is calm and at ease. The inferior man is worried and anxious. The firm, the enduring, the simple, and the modest are near to virtue. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. A superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who tells him of his faults is his maker. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. When the multitude hates a man, it is necessary to examine him. When the multitude likes a man, it is necessary to examine him. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Subscribe. Listen. Get better.